The third scenario we have is what I call serial effects. Something I forgot to mention. Here the routing is exactly the same of the minimal effects, what I call minimal effects. Here you have to the track where your original audio file is in. You need to route it to the track with the dummy clips. And set the monitor to in, so that will only work with the audio coming from the original track. On the serial effects, that's exactly the same, but we have an extra dummy clip track. So you route the original audio file, original audio track to the first dummy clip track, and this track to the second dummy clip track, and set both monitors to in. So once again, the only audio file that will work is the one from the original audio track. Those clips are automated exactly in the same way as we did with the previous simple effects group. Chain select, audio effect rack, various effects, 1 per chain or 2 per chain, you choose it, and automating the chain selection inside the clip. But here, since we got two dummy clip tracks, we can work with serial effects, since the audio will be passing through this dummy track and then to this second one. Let's hear it. Here we have the dry sound, so it'll passing to no effects. Then I can insert a delay here, and then a resonator. So the sound is passing through the delay, and then the delayed sound goes to the resonator or to the reverb. Okay, quite simple. It's a simple serial effects chain. And then the last one, which I call parallel effects, is a way that you can use those effects in parallel. The routing here is a little bit different, since this is the only way I found, at least, to work in parallel. You'll send the audio of the original track to sends only, and make sure the sends are all the way down. So in fact it will be sending audio to nowhere. Then you can get the sound from the ends of the dummy tracks. Since it's parallel, you're gonna have at least 2. And then you get to audio from, and you select here where you want it to come from, monitor to in, so it'll only play the original loop, not the sounds inside the dummy clips. That will only work for automation. The settings of the clips, again, exactly the same, just selecting chains inside the audio rack. Inside the audio rack. Pretty simple. The only difference here is that you have to create a mute dummy clip that will mute. You set the volume to 0. Let's see if this is right here. Yeah. That will set to 0 the volume of the corresponding dummy track. In fact, what it'll do is that it'll kill the effect on that parallel chain, on that part of the chain. So let's see how it works. I'll launch the group here with the dry, a delay here. In fact, you are hearing now the delayed sound as well as the dry sound. They're working in parallel. Here reverb, so you have here the delay, no reverb at all, and here the reverb, no delay at all. And if I want to kill the reverb, if I press stop, The reverb will continue since it has already been selected. That's why we have the mute clip. When you launch it, it will set the volume of the channel to 0. Then you get only the delay effect. One thing that I did here, since the routing is a little bit different, is that on the group track I've put a limiter and I've adjusted the volume levels of the dummy tracks. So because they are in parallel, you have to mix it down a little so it will not peak. Okay, so that's some tips on dummy tracks, dummy clips. I hope you've liked it. If you have any questions, please leave a comment. See ya.